Welcome to the Small College Basketball Blog. My name is John McCarthy, the founder and creator of Small College Basketball. And today I want to talk to you as coaches, assistant coaches, head coaches, and student athletes. I want to talk to student athletes of today and student athletes who've played small college basketball in the past. Coaches of today and coaches who have coached in the past. I want to share with you some thoughts I've had. I've had the chance the last number of years to step away from coaching and gain a little bit of perspective. I want to talk to you a little bit today about the relationships, about the places I've seen, about the experiences I've had. And I'm not going to go into great detail on a whole lot of these, but I'm hoping to give a little bit of perspective back to you that are right in the heat of competition now as coaches, as student athletes, and even those that have finished up their playing careers and are now maybe getting into coaching at this point, in terms of reminding you about the wonderful times that you're able to experience through athletics. I want to tell you that as a coach, between assistant coach and head coach, I've had the chance to travel all up and down the eastern seaboard. Been everywhere from New York to Boston to Philly to down to in Maryland and Virginia and D.C. And then I coached in Florida, and obviously it was all around the state of Florida and the southeast. And then we took trips. We've been to Nashville, Tennessee. I've been to Seattle, Washington, been to Nampa, Idaho a couple of times. Places in many situations I would have never had the opportunity to see if it wasn't for college basketball, as a student athlete and as a coach. I've had the chance to experience so much in terms of relationships. I still hear from former players. It just thrills me when I hear from former players to see how they're doing, what kind of men they've become, what kind of husbands, what kind of fathers, what they're doing in their communities. It's just a thrill for me to see them go from being boys to being men. And hopefully, in some small way, I've had a part in that. Those experiences mean a great deal to me. Let's talk about who I've met. What a wonderful situation you have as coaches of student athletes to form bonding relationships within your team that are likely to last for a lifetime. Beyond that, as coaches, what a wonderful circle of people you are able to surround yourself with. People have great passion and zeal for life. Other fellow coaches all throughout the country. You meet, whether it's competing against them, whether it's at the Final Four, whether it's at conventions, etc. You get a chance to meet so many wonderful people. I'll give you some experiences that I've had. One of my all-time life highlights, I had the chance 2 different times to sit down with Coach John Wooden. Once in a restaurant that was closed, they opened up so we could talk and film for a little while. Next year went back. First time he was 97 years old. We went back when he was 98 years old. Had a chance to sit there in his condo in Encino, California at 98 years old. It was just sitting with Coach Wooden, listening to the stories, letting him share his words of wisdom. What a life highlight. What a thrill. I had the chance to sit with Coach Don Meyer and talk, sit with Coach Harry Statham, have wonderful conversations with Coach Danny Miles, and on and on. I had the chance to get to know Travis Grant real well, and the great Dick Barnett, and on. Philip Hutchinson, now the athletic director down at David Lipscomb, and on. So many wonderful people I've met through that were former players, former coaches at the small college level, have gone on to do wonderful things. And I've had the wonderful pleasure to get to know them as people beyond what they've done with the X's and O's or as a competitor, as a player. What wonderful relationships, what wonderful memories I have. I encourage you as student athletes, as coaches, to please keep in the back of your mind what you're really doing, the big picture, the relationships, the memories, the travel, the experiences that you're able to have through competing, through coaching, through this wonderful game of basketball. You're able to experience so much. Please just keep that in mind. I just want to share a few minutes with you some of my own personal stories, some of my own personal experiences and memories, and hopefully remind you that you're in the midst of sharing so many wonderful relationships, so many great memories. Enjoy your time. Please remember those relationships, in many cases, are going to last a lifetime. Just soak it up and enjoy those memories. Thanks so much for listening to Small College Basketball. I hope you continue to spread the word and tune in on a regular basis to Small College Basketball on our blog, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you so much for listening.